gonna have to move. You're gonna have to move. Yep. You're gonna have to move. Well, guys, don't know how this live's gonna go. We have this thing in the way. Hey, mister, can I move you? All right, come here. Oh, just a baby. Oh, yes. Here you go. Here you go. Hi, Lori. Hi, Mindy. I got Happy Mail. I got postcard from Mary. Ta-da! And this is from Dirty Dozen on the 9th, I think. And it's got Mary's really cool pumpkin stacked pumpkins. So that'll go into my postcard book in a little bit. And then this is from Lori Richard. We exchanged art journal pages. So this is what she sent me, but she also sent me some Vintage People printed out so I can just use them, which I thought these were pretty cool. So there's that. So I've got to come up with another album to put those. Actually, I could just use a sheet protector because these are 8.5 by 11 and put them in with my ATC book. I'll do that. Hi, Laura. Hi, Barb. I think that's everybody. I was going to start, instead of with borders, I was going to go ahead and just start with the Dirty Dozen tonight. And I've already picked prompts. I came up with a prompt list right here. And then I did the random sequence generator, and I've already got them all. See, they're all here. But I'm only going to give them to y'all one at a time. So I'm going to type in the alternate prompts real quick. Alternate prompts are, if you don't like a prompt I call out, you can do one of these. One is add a napkin. 2 for your alternates is stencil with black. And then the third alternate is orange. It can be paint, it can be markers, it can be whatever, as long as it's orange. And then the last alternate is roll paint on. Roll on paint. So use a brayer and just roll it on. All right, let's see. I need a piece of paper. I don't know who all wants to play along. That's just a wipe off sheet I got going there. And I think Mary said she was going to do postcards. So I'm going to do postcards. So I'll have 1 for me to keep, and then I'll have 3 that I can send off. Hi, Holly. So we only have, let's see, today's the 23rd. So what is there, 7 days, about a week until Halloween? I hate when these things don't tear smooth. We're putting Scott's car in the shop tomorrow. He needs a new head gasket. The car's been leaking oil, and we decided we need to go ahead and have it fixed. They said it's going to be about $450. And then Scott said, if this car starts costing me more money, I'm going to trade it. So I don't know. This looks awful dark on here. At least it does to me. Does it look okay to you guys? Hey, Kendra. Oh, hey, Deborah. I didn't see you sneak in. It looks okay to you? It just seems, maybe it's just me. Maybe my eyes are tired or my glasses are dirty. That's entirely a possibility. Hey, Janet. It's kind of waiting to see Mary pop in. I don't want to start the Dirty Dozen until she's in here. She'll be behind. But who all wants to play along? I'm going to make postcards. So I just do the whole thing and then cut it in fourths. Actually, I've been cutting it at the same size Mary does hers, the 3.5 by 5.5. And since I have one of Mary's postcards right here, yeah, 3.5 by 5.5. Because that fits really good in the pocket of my little album I have. I can put 2 of them in a pocket then. Hi, Malia. Hi, Nancy. I'm hoping I'm seeing everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Hey, Sharon. Sharon Lombard. So in the chat above, I've put the alternates in. And it's 8 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on those. So if you didn't see the alternates or just came in, the alternates are add a napkin, stencil with black, orange, and roll on paint. Those are if you don't like a prompt, okay? So now the first prompt, I'm going to give you the first prompt. I've already got them picked out and I got them written in and all that. So all I have to do is tell y'all. First prompt is brown. So put brown on your paper. And I don't know what's going on with Bernadette, but she keeps covering her food with her blanket. I guess she doesn't like it anymore. This is some old Craft Smart paint. It's probably got some globs in it. Yep, there's one. I'll get it. There. I hate that. It's so gross. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow morning early, is taking the car and dropping it off. Scott said it looks like it's supposed to take about 4 to 4.5 hours to do. And we've already called and told them we're bringing the car. So hopefully he'll have, the parts he'll need right there. Oh, okay. I haven't had a dog in a long time, full time, all the time, underfoot and all that. We've had our dogs, but they've been like yard dogs. So she's kind of a pampered princess now, getting to be in and all. I need to get her in to get her teeth cleaned and the bad ones pulled out. I still haven't gotten that done. All right, I got my brown on. Got some goobers coming off from the paint too. All right, so there's that. I don't know who all is playing, and I do want to get my borders done tonight as well. So I might just, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to go. Okay. The second prompt is green. Oh, there's some. I just spread it around so it'll dry. All right, so add some green. Boy, that's stuck closed. There it goes. That's probably way more than I really needed, but she's acting like she's very dissatisfied back there. She keeps nudging that blanket over top of her food. And then she snorts. It's so funny. I saw Jada in Stitches is live right now too. She's the one I watch that does the different crochet stuff. All right. I don't have my jug of water here. So I got my prompt 2 on here. Hi, Cheryl. All right. I'm going to dry this a little bit. Can't believe I actually left this plugged in for a change. I miss seeing Jerry Bellini. Haven't seen her on here. I saw where she's going to have a class on, or a workshop or something on eco dyeing, but I haven't seen her in any lives or anything. You sent Mary a message? Okay, thank you. She might have got busy today. All right, prompt number 3 is use ink. So you can stamp with ink. You can use an ink pen. If you've got liquid ink, you could drip ink. Anything that you have that's ink, you can use. Bernadette, why are you being such a weirdo? She's like, I don't want it. Hi, Janice. I'm just going to use this Higgins white ink and just kind of run it around here. we're just working on our Dirty Dozen project. Tippy left a piece of hair there. Hi, Joyce. All right. Didn't want to try to talk over the heat gun. Uh-oh. Hi, Sherry. Next time he loses a phone, it's jitterbug time. Hi, Mark. I'm ready for the next prompt, and Howard is knocking at the door. Hi, all. We'll have to lurk and listen again tonight. Okay. So we're on prompt 4, which is book pages. So get your book pages. I'll let Howard in. Hi, Howard. Hi, Bob. Come on in. It's getting chilly out there, isn't it? All right, I need to get my food thing. Let me cook supper. I'm just grabbing some pieces of ripped pages that I already have ripped. Might as well use them up. I don't know what that is. Hi, Susan Hale. Blech. This brush has seen better days, but it still works, so I'm going to use it. No, stay down. We don't need a Howie alert. Sorry, buddy, not right now. He looks dejected. He says, I just want back out then. Well, Mary, you'll have to write them down and try to do them later. Did you do gardening today? Or did you have to take your brother to appointments? Oh, Howie. Just a minute, buddy. Just a minute. Hi, Kathy. Hiya. I'll be down a little bit. Okay. All right. I had Bernadette out in her playpen earlier, and the Amazon delivery guy pulled up and stopped. And Scott went out to see what he had, and he said, "Oh, I don't have anything for y'all. I just stopped to pet Bernadette." So Bernadette has her own little fan club. The mail lady stops and pets her too sometimes. So, oh, you know what? I didn't put any glue underneath that. We'll see if it stays. I did our laundry today, and I've cooked ahead so that, if we get some bright idea to do something while we wait on the car instead of driving all the way back home, maybe we could do something out that way while we're waiting on the car. I don't know. We'll see. We might come back and take a nap while we wait on the car. We'll have to see how the day goes tomorrow. If the door suddenly sounds like someone's coming in, that's usually Callie, because she sticks her claws under the edge of the door and tries to open it. If she had her way, it would just stay open, and she'd come and go as she wants to. Oh, there's several layers there. I got way too much. Mod Podge. After I got that postcard from Journey with the stitching on it, I'm thinking you can just about send anything through as long as it doesn't have stuff that'll get caught in the machine. I have just a couple pieces left. Might as well use them. Some of these, I think I tried to coffee dye too, so that's why they look brown. And this was the last piece that I have. So, I didn't tell you all about Scott's jury duty. He got halfway there and they called and said it settled out of court. So he turned around and came back home. He sent me a message. He said, they called. I'll be back in about an hour. So he burned all that gas for nothing. Oh, well. Okay. Samantha's here. Hi, Samantha. Mary's been thrifting. Cool. Oh, goodness. Yeah, I got mine my flu shot I got the last time I went to the doctor, and she told me the flu has been bad since August. That the one for this year's just been running her ragged in the office. So I said, I'm going to go ahead and get that. All right, Sharon says she is ready. So I got the book page. Number 5 came up, add glitter. So if you want to add glitter, you can. I'm trying to decide. I know what I'll do. I'm going to get my glitter Mod Podge and just go over this with that. So it'll be toward the back. I don't think I have too much of this left anyway. I might as well use it up. This is Mod Podge Sparkle. I was going to have to take the heat gun to it. Yeah, there's not too much left in here. Barb Fillion, do you have your power back? That's weird, Mary. I didn't know there was a difference. I thought flu shot's flu shot. This has got glitter in it, so. I need to check and see if I've gotten unsubscribed from Packer Dye because I haven't seen anything from her lately either. But I know when she was at Shannon's, Shannon Green's, she was talking about she's taking on more duties at her children's school, I think. This is really thick. I hope I'm not making a mistake doing this, but when you're determined to use something up, you might as well go for it. And if it messes it up, it's just paper. The whole thing will be glittery. I'll finish this up and then I'll look at chat and see if I've missed anything. All right. Yeah, I didn't know there was different flu shots either. Well, you learn something new every day. Yeah, first I've heard about it too. Never heard about that there was different ones. What the heck is going on? Callie, stop it. I know, I saw her. There, stop. Don't come in. You stop being mean. You are just a big old bully. You stop it. This is the bully. See her? She's pretty, but she's a bully. She's a bully. You behave. Her tail's all poofed up and everything else. Samantha says she's just chilling. I'm going to make Callie stay in a while. Spot's come home, and she's just mean as snake to him. All right. Prompt 6. Add tissue paper. So now I got to put tissue paper on top of this. If you want to use a napkin instead, feel free. I'm going to use, I don't know what yet. No, Grouchy, you're not going right back up there to be mean. Nope, not going to let you out. Right. I'm going to use this fall napkin. If I can get it to come apart. My fingers will cooperate. save the tissue. Let's see. I am going to cut this because I don't want to rip my dragonflies. There seems to be something sticky on the end of the blade. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is just put one of these on each corner like this. Like put one here. And put this one over here. I could just leave it whole, I guess, like that and stick it down instead of cutting it in half. And that way when I cut them, maybe I'll have everything in position to where each postcard will have a dragonfly on it. I told you I'm not letting you back out. You're being grouchy and mean. Probably going to get glitter in this, but probably not going to see much glitter now that I've got these picked up. Put this on top of it. We'll just pick that up for a minute. I'm concentrating. Can't talk and concentrate at the same time. No, Callie, you were being mean. I'm going to make you stay in with me. She's like, no, I don't want to. I want to go and beat Spot up and make him cry and hide. She thinks it's hilarious. She's just a brute. And just like that, bam, it's all gone. You don't see anything underneath it. Then I'm thinking, what's going to go on top of this? Oh, well. No, don't jump up here. I know you're not getting your way, but you don't have to be a pain in the neck. So that needs to dry a little bit. It's going everywhere. I'm going to dry it a little. Then we'll trim off some of it. Maybe I'll save some of the bits and put them on the back of the cards. I have a cat scratcher on the back door, and she's digging on it to let him know she's still in charge, even though she's stuck in here. Hi, Mary Lou. Auntie Loopy. All right, I'm going to cut this away. I'm going to shut that door so she can't be pushing on it. Excuse me, Callie. Nope, nope. No. I don't care if you follow me over here. Well, maybe I can just tear it loose. Nope. Well, it's not tearing as smooth as I'd hoped. Of course, there's some paper there. Sometimes a prompt helps you hide everything you've done before, and it turns out even better. I'm going to save that. I might do a little something to the back of the postcards with some of the leftover bits. See, you can put a little bit of that, like on the side or something. I don't know. I'll hold on to it. I should have just left the whole napkin whole when I set it down. But it's been my experience. It's so much easier if you just cut it, apart. I'm going to try a different pair of scissors. I need to get some, these are sticky too. WD-40 and just spray the blades and it'll clean off all that sticky goop. The cat herding. Spot wants me to feed him, but as soon as I open that door, she's going to want to go out there and beat him up. I'm telling you, she's a brute. That cat is a brute. All right. So this was the add tissue paper, but I did a napkin instead. So now it says number 7 is drip on your page. Drip on your page. I might do just some little drips, more like splatters. Drips on the page. I know you're hungry, but she's right here wanting to be mean. If I let you out the front, you're just going to run around and be mean. All right, I'm going to use this burnt orange and thin it down a little bit and just put some drips on here. Sure is a lot of traffic tonight on this road. Mine's going to be more like splatters. I don't have a thing to stick this in. I'll be right back. No, I'm not letting you out there. You're being a meanie. Kelly, come here. I'm going to feed him whether you like it or not. He's hungry. Hi, Howard. Hi, Howie. All right, cat herding. Howard. My goodness. Okay. Okay. Need to dry mine a little bit. You can use alcohol to clean your scissors. I've just gotten mine so gummed up. I got to do something with them. splatters are just faster drips. I like that. Yes, it's a napkin. All right. Everybody ready for the next one? Sharon's ready. Okay. Number 8 says use blue. And I'm just going to use a dark blue and a credit card and just do lines. Hi, Howard. Handsome Howard Huge. You want to go back out? Don't be mean to Spot, okay? Stay away from that street. They're going too fast tonight, okay? There you go. Be careful. Yes, I think my cats do understand every word I say. I'm going to use Ultra Blue Deep. And just an old, I think this is a Kmart, one of those reward cards. I think this was a package of napkins that I had picked up, but I can't remember where. Probably Tuesday morning. That's where I like to go for napkins because they always have such pretty ones. I'm just spreading this out so it'll dry on my drop paper. It's about time for a new piece of drop paper, I think. Okay. There's my blue. Need to dry it. I was going to say, strongly napkins. What the heck is that? Exactly, Laura. They choose to ignore. That happens to me too sometimes, Kathy, where Janet will be putting prompts in for like Mary or somebody, and I'll have it where it says live at the bottom, but I'll see her type it in, and I was like, How did she know? They haven't even said it. All right. So I got my blue on there. All right. So that was 8. Number 9 is doodle. Doodle. What should I doodle with? Black or white or gold? Maybe gold would be fun to doodle with. Let me see if I can find a gold pen. Maybe I'll just doodle on his wings. Add a little bit of sketchy line on his wings, maybe. Doesn't say you have to do a lot of doodling. Only as much as you would like to. I don't know if you guys can even see the gold. I think I got my arm in wet paint. Feels sticky. Well, my doctor wanted me, well, she gave me a prescription to take to the pharmacy to get the shingles vaccine, but our insurance company wouldn't let me get it because I'm not over 65. But they say that shot is for the older than I am. I was like, that's okay. I'm good with not getting another shot today because I'd gotten a flu shot that day. So I'll just get that later. Well, this is not anything spectacular. The beauty of it is you can go back. I can go back and add more doodles later if I want to. So I might, after some more prompts, I might do some gold on some of the flowers too, but I'm going to see where this takes me first. Yes, I'm going to do borders next. We only have 3 more prompts for this. So I'm going to stop and say I'm ready. So the next prompt I have written down is stamp with a rubber stamp. So whatever you have that will go with your theme or whatever. see. I think I'm just going to stamp leaves with some Timber Brown. I'll look at chat here in just a sec. I just want to kind of do. I think that's probably enough. Little leaves added on. Good enough. All right. All right. So number 11. They'll pay for the shingle shot when I reach 60. Well, that's 5 years. Scott could probably get it, though. Oh, no, I got blue paint on this. I need to go rinse that because you don't want paint to dry in your stamps. Hang on just a sec. Got most of it. All right. You'll pass on the shingle shot. All right. I'm going to tell you prompt 11 is red. So I'm just going to do tiny little red dots with the back of a pen, not pen, but paintbrush. Maybe in groups of 3 here and there. That I didn't pick up much paint. It's good enough. All right. Was it Diane on here? Why can't I remember her channel name? I can see her face, but she had shingles and it really made her hurt in her back. So yeah, I would not want them myself. I can tell it's getting after 9 because I'm starting to get drowsy as all get out. That is just not good. All right. The last prompt is gesso. It can be white gesso. It can be black gesso. If you don't like one of those, you can use one of the alternates. So now I'm wondering, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I might stencil with black. Clear gesso? I don't have any clear. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I think I'll do that one. Right there. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. That won't work. I'm looking for something. I'm going to do the stencil with black, but I'm going to use this color shift black that has gold in it. And I think I'm just going to do this Tim Holtz thing that I got at the All About Fabrics when I went. Let's see how much. Oh, there's a lot left in here. All right. I think I'm just going to do this one with the lines. It probably won't even show up very much. Can't really even see it, which works out good. And then I'm going to do borders. Whoops, it shifted. Well, let's see what we ended up with. Can't hardly see it. But it's on there. Yeah, this is supposed to go from black to gold. It's supposed to show you on the cap how it does, but I'm going to leave it at that and say that's done. And I did the stencil with black alternate, which it's kind of a black. I might do more to these after I cut them apart, but I want them to get good and dry before I try to cut them. So I'm going to just set that aside and we'll do borders. I haven't even drawn my lines on my page yet. I got to do that. Bernadette. All right, let me set these aside. And I need my border book. What did I do with the border book? I'm looking. Look, look, look. Last time I had it, I was right here. There it is. Oops. Oh, we need that book too. Because that tells us what borders we're going to do this week. Working borders with you, Becky, not filming. Okay. All right. So tomorrow we'll come on and color together. I'm hoping for 2:30, my regular time, but we'll see what the car situation is, okay? So if I'm not on at 2:30 exactly, you'll know why. I don't want y'all to worry. What pen did I use last week? Looks like I used an ink pen. I think I used that gel pen that Kathy had sent me. All right. So if anybody's new, we do these borders together each week. And I just get ideas from y'all, and then I go and search for pictures that are of the item, and I choose one, and I kind of get me a sketch ahead of time because I find that easier than trying to just wing it. And all I do is I make 8 lines the width of my ruler, and we do 8 little borders. I don't think I ever went back and finished the little bears or whatever it was on that previous page. All right, so there's the 8 lines. And then I'm just going to draw. I'm not sure what I did with that pen. I probably put it up. I'll just use this one. All right, so we left off with pretzels, right? Yeah. So we need to do little skeletons. Little skeletons are the first one. And that was from Mina. So I'm going to put Mina's name right here. So do some little skeletons. I have to do them smaller than I got here. And I just found one that had kind of just a playful rib cage and funny little legs. And then they had a couple vertebrae. And then a pelvic bone. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And this one had little toes bones sticking out of it. So my little guy's proportions are probably way off, but oh, he needs some arms. And then they just had like little, I don't know what happened to this guy's arm. He's all disproportioned. I'm sitting here counting his fingers. I was trying to make this one crawling, but I don't think it turned out too good. Oh well. It's hard to draw this small. It really is hard to draw this small. I guess I could have put like 4 to a page instead of trying to do my full 8 on here. My hands look like they still have flesh on them. I guess they shouldn't look like that if they're supposed to be skeletons. And then I gotta get a couple little vertebrae showing. And again, his legs are going to be too long. Well, I don't know what this guy's doing, but he's at a weird angle all around, isn't he? Maybe he's getting blown along here. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Makes me think of those old cartoons of the skeletons dancing. I think that one's going to bust a move and bust his leg, but like a dog bone. Don't know what this guy's doing. Oh, and he's missing an arm. Let's put his arm back in here. All right. Let me see if I can do one. Give him his rib cage here. And then pelvic bone. But then put his legs out to the side this way. Oh, he had an old break. Oh my goodness. I'm not doing too good at these skeletons. I was going to try to give him crossed legs, but it just didn't work out. I guess that looks okay. Let's give him some teeth. Well, there's Susan. Hi, Susan. I didn't see you sneak in. Okay. Funny little rib cage again. What's our next one? I have to fit on the, okay, I can do that. I can make that fit. I'm going to do one more weird little skeleton here. Okay, I can quit concentrating quite so hard here for a minute and check chat. I don't think concentrating is helping a bit. I think they all look silly. But they're supposed to be silly. It's Halloween-y type skeletons. And mine will never look realistic. Ta-da! Skeletons. Disco skeletons. There you go. All right, that was Mina. Kind of lost her name. And this one's from Violet. And I had to look up what a bowler hat looked like. Bowler hats. So this is skeletons. Skeletons and bowler hats. And they're the round top hats that are just rounded over at the top. And then they've got kind of a turned up brim that comes around. Maybe not quite that bad, but and a band. That one looks like a sick hot dog bun. And then stitching on here. And then it's got like this. Like so. And then it showed stitching. Maybe I'll do better on the next one. This one looks more like a lady's sun hat. Let me try better. I don't think I've got it tall enough is the problem. I think it needs to be more rounded up in the middle. But I'm going to go ahead and finish what I started here. Because I'm doing it in pen, so there's no going back. I don't know. Let's see. I think that's closer. Everybody's probably telling me stuff in the back side here. Holly's doing a pub crawl? What? Yep. My son had a band from doing a crawl of sorts. The cats were playing with it when I went down there. I said, well, looks like you went on a pub crawl or went from club to club drinking beer. He's like, wasn't all it was cracked up to be. He doesn't like the craft beers. He said, my beer's not supposed to taste like bacon and maple. It's supposed to taste like beer. I was like, okay, son. He said, these flavors they come up with are ridiculous. I was like, well, let us know how you really feel about it, Greg. He said, well, I didn't like it. It's like, well, I guess you figured out that was a waste of your money, wasn't it? Oh, this looks more like one of those hats Festus would wear on Gunsmoke. Y'all remember Festus? He used to get himself in a pickle all the time. Whoa, maybe that's too big of a bowler hat. I might look up better pictures. And aren't bowler hats all just black hats with a black ribbon? Guess I need to do some more research. That's as close as I'm going to get to a bowler hat. Cheryl goes, bacon beer. Yeah, I don't like the taste of beer at all. Scott likes a nice dark ale. But I don't care for it. And the only wine I like is a blush. I don't care for dry white or dark red. I just don't care for them. And we don't drink, but like maybe once a year for our anniversary, we might have one beverage each. All right, next. Mina again. Mina said angels. So I went looking for just a little cutesy angel that I could get that would fit on the page. There's her halo. Got her too big again. I'll try again. Make her smaller. so she'll fit. I wish they'd slow down out there. 3 people were killed on that main road over the weekend. My little angels are not very good here. Let's see. Oh, it's so hard to draw small. Yeah, my son Greg has the beer can chicken frames. You know, you stick the up in the chicken, and then the can goes underneath, and he's got that. He makes this flattened out chicken with bricks that you cover a couple bricks with aluminum foil, and then you cut your chicken down the breastbone and flatten it out and put it under the weight of the bricks while it's cooking. That's very tasty. Oh goodness, this one's got swollen hands or very large mittens or something. She's got some problems with her hands here. I don't know what I did to her hands. Oh well, everybody comes all shapes and sizes. Oh jeez, I can't. Yeah, it does cook a lot quicker because it's flattened out. My son's a pretty good cook. Um, I told him when he was younger, I said, you better learn to cook because there won't be very many young ladies that know how to cook. I don't know. This one's got toe issues. Oh my goodness. Oh, this one lost her wings. Let's give her wings back. Oh, all right. I'm going to go to the next one because drawing them angels is cramping my fingers. So I'll finish out Mina's angels later. Beth said M&Ms. So I did where you have just the circles couple of those with the circles. And then put the M on. It's down and around and around. And then it comes down and it's got a square end at its toe. It's got a lot of little boxy on the M. Each leg that comes all the way down has a little box at the bottom of it. Is all I could think of to say. Like so. And then I found one of the guys, and it's just a circle around. And he's got the M on his, down low on his face like thing here. Then you got to give him a smirky little face. And then he's got those funny eyeballs. You draw a couple like shapes like this. Little rectangles. Put an eyelid on top and an eyeball on the bottom. And some pupils. Oh, I made this one look tired. And then use some black eyebrows. And then he has arms. So we'll put one arm up like this. And he has gloves on. And then he's got the funny legs with those chunky shoes on. His legs and arms are not proportionate. Howard, what's the matter? Hey, bud. I'll do better on the next little guy I do. This one looks like he woke up grumpy and sleepy at the same time. That one didn't turn out as good as my practice one. Well, I was raised by my maternal grandmother, and she was born in 1908, and she taught me how to do all kinds of cooking, so I can cook everything from scratch, and I just figured Greg would need to know how to do all that. And he loves to cook. When he was in the Navy, they'd have on the weekends, he'd start the grill up and he'd cook whatever the people showed up with, like He'd do barbecue chicken, ribs, all that kind of stuff. If they showed up with it, he'd turn it into finished product for them. And they'd all get together at the picnic tables, and he loved that. I think that's what he misses. So camaraderie. I must be too tired to do this tonight because these guys are all turning out looking like they're grumpy. Oh, and he doesn't have any eyebrows. We'll make his look like they've popped off his face. There we go. He looks angry. Maybe we should just go back to circles with M's on them, Becky. Just do circles with M's and forget trying to do all the fun little men. Howard settling in on the couch. He stayed in last night, him and Tippy, but Callie didn't want any part about being in. She's so obsessed with patrolling. Thought for sure we'd end up with a cat pile in bed with us, but they all just kind of hung out in their favorite spots. I have to think about this as I'm doing it or I mess up. I guess if you took the time and you just did a whole bunch of circles in here, you could make it look like it was just slam full of M&Ms. You know what I'm saying? Like some behind others, if you wanted to. That could be fun. It would look like they were in a bubblegum machine or something. I'm going to do one more. And if the urge strikes me, I might later fill in the whole bit with M&Ms. So there's the M&Ms. Maybe I can come up with some that don't look so grouchy later on. Kendra got him trained up. Oh, goodness. All right. So now I've got this little list down here, and I forgot to write everybody's names next to them, but the next 4 are the ones y'all gave me as we were closing up last week. So we got to do spiders. Yes, I have a furry spider. See, I didn't take the time to look up any spiders. So mine are just going to be creepy spiders. Oh no. You had scrambled eggs. I don't know what's wrong with my spiders, but I think maybe they have cellulosis or something going on here. I remember Mary telling us how many segments the spider's legs have, but for some reason I cannot remember what she said when she was drawing the spider was it last year you did the spider stories for Halloween? Oh, I can't remember. So I'm just giving mine kind of rough looking legs, and y'all can decide how many segments they are. Oh, that foot needs help here. Yeah, I got a pack of angry spiders, I think. This one's got black feet. All right, I'm going to end the spiders there. Then I have witches' hats. I feel like I should have one over here. This is just a little hat. Or it's way in the distance. When the first time I tried to do a craft fair with my mom, this was years ago. Greg was probably about 2 or 3 years old, and I left him with his dad which I'd never really done before. It was the first time I'd ever left Scott fully in charge of a 2 or 3-year-old. And I came home and Scott had fallen asleep on the couch and Greg had gotten a chair and got over, and he might have been a little bit older, but he got in my spices and he got a big bowl and he dumped the entire bottles of spices into the big bowl and told his daddy he was cooking. The house smelled so bad when I got back, and I said, "What on earth happened?" And I found out all my spices were emptied out. And you know how expensive that was. And we didn't have much money. And I was so upset. And Scott was upset because he'd fallen asleep and he felt bad about it. And I was not a very patient woman back then. And I just yelled and carried on. And it was just like, ugh. So Greg has always wanted to know how to cook, even when he was really little. Poor Scott. I guess he had a hard lesson there. You don't fall asleep with a 3-year-old around. He's gotten better. That's good. That's the best part. Must be a witch party. We got all these hats lined up. Was it check your hat at the door? These will be fun to color. Ta-da! Sebastian. Yes, Sebastian. There's her Halloween story. All right, witches' hats and then brooms. And the last one says cauldrons. I think as we were wrapping up, everybody was on a Halloween witchy thing, and I think that was Janet gave me the cauldrons. So I might take a break from the borders next week and come up with a project for us to do. I'm thinking on it. Think. I guess if you were thinking of the old, real witchy looking brooms, I'm doing them wrong. You know, the ones that were just kind of tied together. One more broom. And of course, I could be making the handles more crooked, so they'd be more like witches' brooms. Witches' brooms. Cauldrons. Bubbles. Bubbles. You gotta put something bubbling in it so that it looks like these witches are actually getting something going in time for Halloween. This one's not a very good shaped cauldron. We had a big black cauldron on the farm, but it was for scalding pigs. It's funny how your life changes and the different parts of your life so different than where you come from. I was thinking about that earlier today on how very different my life is here with Scott than it was in New York, and how different I am than I was up there. Time and experiences changes peoples and places. Well, I think this one got fired too hard or something. It's squatty. Maybe it was designed for a special tiny witch that needed something shorter to the ground so she could reach it and cast her spells. We got enough room here for a couple more. Asheville is having their big art thing this weekend. Told Scott I'd like to go up to that platform again and see if we could catch the colors up there on the mountain. We might take the truck this time, though. Of course, we're getting the car fixed, so I don't know. I just thought it might be something fun to do. Well, these are just going to have to be good enough because I'm starting to get tired and they look funny. And aren't you supposed to have a big handle on them too? I don't know. I could be wrong. I thought ours had a big handle on it on the farm. I'm going to put some handles on here. Put a little circle out here. Let me do this one like chain. So no borders next week. And we will probably just do a prompt session. Unless I come up with a project to do. That one doesn't have a very long handle on it. All right, guys, there's mine. M&M men really are ticked off. So I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. I'm pretty tired. But I will be on, if I'm here at the house, I will be on at 2:30 Eastern tomorrow to color in more on our borders. We left off let's see. We left off back here. I need to do the teapots and finish the squirrels. And I think I am going to continue with the pencils, even though they take a little longer than markers. I just like how the colors are turning out compared to markers. I just think it looks better to me. So we'll do the rest of this page, and maybe we're not going to do the pages I did with Mary. We'll work on this page. This one won't take long. Might put some white out there and put another sea turtle in there. Okay, guys, so I'll see you tomorrow. And y'all have a good night.